Hi everyone, this is Grace here. I hope you all are doing well. When you're looking for a therapist to help you on your journey from recovery with anxiety or panic disorder, there's one question that I strongly suggest you must ask your therapist. Ask him or her, have they themselves gone through any form of anxiety disorder? Be it generalized anxiety disorder, health anxiety, social anxiety, agoraphobia, any of these things, have they themselves ever experienced an anxiety attack or a panic attack? I think this is so important because when we go to a therapist, first of all, for us to decide that, okay, there is a problem here and we need help, we go to a therapist thinking that anxiety is such a common issue, they would for sure know how to deal with this. Trust me, in my experience, I have gone to 3 to 4 therapists after I realized that I am having generalized anxiety disorder. They didn't really know. None of these 4 people had gone through anxiety disorder themselves. So this is something I want you to ask your therapist, sir, ma'am. Before we go ahead with our first session, there's one question I would like to ask you. Have you yourselves ever experienced anxiety disorder, any form of anxiety disorder? And be careful, I'm not talking about just feelings of anxiety. Sure, they may tell you, of course, I also feel anxious from time to time. I also feel stress. I know what anxiety is about. No, 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 no. I'm only talking about anxiety as a disorder. Okay. I am a health coach. I have been teaching yoga since many years. In all humility, I have to say, I thought I knew enough about what anxiety is. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Till I had the physical manifestations of anxiety, and trust me, I had a lot of the physical symptoms. Till I had my first panic attack. In fact, the first time I had my panic attack, I didn't even know that what I'm going through is actually a panic attack. I had my next panic attack 6 months later. And it's only then that the bell started ringing that, oh, I have anxiety. And that's what happens. People who have not gone through it themselves don't know what anxiety is. And if we go to them hoping that they are going to handhold us and lead us to our way to recovery, then we are very often just wasting our time, wasting our money, wasting our hope because we think that we are going to get better, right? They are going to set us on our path to recovery. Very often, what happens is when you go to a therapist, they're going to tell you, let's begin from your childhood, tell me from the start, tell me a little bit about your past, and you go unraveling things, you're going to go excavating things from your past. No matter whether you've had a normal childhood, a happy childhood, an uneventful childhood, so to speak, or an uneventful past, once you go looking, you will find issues, and then you are trying to establish those reasons or those events as a cause for your present trauma. Sure, they see, I'm not trying to belittle anybody's trauma or any of the bad experiences or unpleasant experiences that we go through. Sure, all of the experiences that we had, they make us the people that we are. We are constantly on our journeys, we are constantly evolving. But I'm giving you a message of hope here that you don't need to resolve all your past traumas before you start your journey of anxiety recovery, which is very much in the present. Because tell me, there isn't going to be this one point in your life where you realize that, oh, today I feel that I have recovered from all my past traumas. Now I feel ready to heal from anxiety. Now I don't think I should have anxiety because I have dealt with everything from my past. That's never going to happen. And the good news is that you need not wait for that to happen because anxiety is very simply a case of inner, um, your inner system, your inner alarm system being temporarily not working properly. There are just a couple of things that you need to do to make that system, to give that system enough time to reset itself and start working properly. And you need not necessarily right now at this very moment go into your past and start digging and start looking for causes there. And very often it can be liberating also because you feel that sure, you want to work on all of those things, but you don't need all of those things to be sorted in order to start your anxiety recovery. But I have to say that when we do go to these therapists and we start talking about our past, sometimes we may feel that we start talking about issues that have been bothering us. Sometimes it can feel good also because you're venting. It can feel like a catharsis. You simply have somebody to talk to, and sometimes you may start enjoying that as well. And you feel that, because who has time to listen to each other? Sure, you're paying somebody, but at least they're listening to you for that 45 minutes to an hour. You're talking about everything that has bothered you, and you may think that you whatever you're doing is to help you on your anxiety recovery, but that may necessarily not be the case. So the point is that if you're looking for a therapist specifically to help you on your anxiety journey, okay, I'm not talking about other issues, specifically to help you with your panic attacks, anxiety attacks, generalized anxiety disorder, do yourself a favor and ask this person, have you ever experienced this? And if the person says yes, wow, brilliant, you've hit the jackpot. Otherwise, I would say continue looking. Another thing you could do is ask the person if they have read Dr. Claire Week's work, if they know about Dr. Claire Week's. If they do answer in the affirmative, there is a very good chance that they will understand what anxiety is. They will understand how really you need to deal with a panic attack. They will be able to guide you in the right direction. So I think this is very important. I have wasted time going to therapists because when I realized that I need help, I went to them, and initially, sure, we go digging into our past, but then I realized that no, the anxiety, the past traumas are a thing, and the present anxiety that I'm experiencing is a separate thing. And they don't necessarily need to cross roads, They don't need to cross roads. Yes, you need to be more mindful about the way you are thinking. You need to change certain ways of thinking. You need to have better boundaries. All of those things have to happen, yes. But when you are in the throes of anxiety, you have a lot of physical symptoms coming up. You have a lot of adrenaline surges and waves of panic that comes, and you need to be able to deal with all of those things in a different way. Very often, while you are in the thick of anxiety, it's not possible to go into your past and deal with those very, very sometimes traumatic, painfully traumatic episodes that a lot of people have gone through. So please do yourself a favor, ask your therapist this question and choose your therapist well. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.